Hello. How are you guys all doing today? It is a Friday AMA today. I hope I'm live. I think I am. We got Holy Macaroni in the chat. What is up, man? Happy Friday, my man. Happy Friday to you. It feels very weird being live on a Friday. I'm sure I've been live on a Friday before, but it's normally Monday. But we have now changed the time to Friday at 11 a.m. And I made this change because of my sleeping schedule. It's changed since I moved to Florida. I wake up a lot earlier on the grindstone, 5:30 sometimes. And the 3 p.m. AMAs just weren't, you kind of have to do them within 6 to 8 hours of waking up to be lively, in my opinion. But William, Brody, CS Dev, Cries, Daniel, The Vance, Gray Skull, Shark Beat Games, Daniel, AI. How are you guys all doing? I appreciate it. Oh yeah, MS Pretty. You always confuse me with the AI name, and your Twitter is Bomb Girl. But what the hell happened last night? Aida hit an all-time high. Isn't that crazy to see the price, go through 244? And if we pull up the charts real quick, I'm not much of a chart guy, but number go up, right? More money, more power. But what's very interesting about this is ETH is very far from their all-time high. Let's see what their all-time high was. All-time high of 4,000 almost, it looks like. Maybe a little above 4,000. And then we go look at Bitcoin, all-time high of 60-something thousand. I remember watching it. I saw it at 60. Yep, there's 63, so maybe 64,000. Yet Cardano, because of Gauguin, because of Alonzo, is ranked number 3, and it has just passed an all-time high. Pretty crazy to see. I'm not really a fan of it at this point. The higher this number goes, the more stressed out I get day by day. It's just like, Jesus, 250? Dude, this time last year, what were we at? 10 cents, 15 cents? 250? Jesus, man. Jesus. Dump incoming. Is that how you feel? I do have some more content, but I want to say hi to everybody. We moved the AMAs. It feels like it's been a while. What's up, Matt, Juan? Ergo. Hell yeah, man. Love Ergo. Looking forward to September 12th. I am as well, man. That hard fork is going to be amazing. Hello, 3 a.m. Are you at 3 a.m.? Is that what it is? 3 a.m. for you, Ira? That's pretty rough, man. Aida to the moon. You're awake right now, though, so I picked a good time for you. Gravy Chain said, let's fucking go. He's right. But also, IOG has a dev of Plutus teams. Look at this. Tweet from Charles Hoskinson. I hope you guys did not miss this. DJed's paper is out. We already have a Plutus team working on a prototype. Very excited for this work. This is very huge. So DJed is the first mathematically proven algorithmic stablecoin. And that is a mouthful, but what we all know about stablecoins right now is, the main ones I use are USDC, and the algo one that everyone uses is on ETH, and it's called DAI. But my big issue with using these stablecoins is, one, they're on Ethereum with crazy high fees. And two, a lot of the time there's nothing actually backing it. With Tether, there's nothing backing the stablecoin. But whereas with DAI, the algorithmic stablecoin, there is real assets inside of a smart contract backing that value. Whereas USDC, they actually have $1 in a bank account for every one of those. What's very interesting about, DJed is it's like ETH's DAI, algorithmically backed with tokens inside of it, but it's actually mathematically proven. And on top of that, it's going to be written in Plutus. And Plutus itself is a formally verified language that is broken down to math. So when he says mathematically proven, you can run this through, the language itself, when they write the smart contract, can be ran through a formal verifier to then see if the math checks out with what was proven in the scientific peer-reviewed paper. So this is amazing. And why is it amazing? Because these are the financial tools of the future being built right now. And because with Cardano using peer-reviewed research and using Plutus, that is formally verified and that is just math, we can actually write tools for people that have security to them. and that aren't, just devs trying out DeFi with Solidity and there's contracts being broken and $600 million is hacked. We're actually seeing the financial services of the future being built, and the DGED paper is the first of many. This is just a taste of what's to come. We're going to see smart contracts that you can use and interact with that will literally act as banks without controlling your money and paying you a higher percent interest rate, that are verifiably secured, that no one can control, no one can hack. And that's just me using my simple mind of my old finance mind, right? Of what do we need to replace? The banks. We didn't think of NFTs 5 years ago, right? So what, with these smart contracts, with Plutus, with peer-reviewed research sometimes as well, what tools of the future are we going to have for everyone in this world on a global protocol? A lot. And some of it I can't even think of, and neither can you, because it's just, this is the beginning of all of this. And I'm damn happy to be a part of it. It's pretty fucking cool. I'm going to read some questions in the chat. What's up, Snowman? I appreciate you coming by, man. Ira, you're here, bro. 3 a.m. You're already awake, though, man. Unless you got me on a ringer or something. Crew Line, what is up, man? Too many rich people hold Ethereum for it to be a security. ETH is for the rich. I've always said that. Nice pictures? You haven't seen my new ones yet? Yeah, these are the mycelials, man. The pioneers. Did you get any, Snowman? If you didn't get any, man, I'll send you some to your address. Your Aida address, because these are some NFTs. Yeah, those are physical black frames in the back. Watch my old videos. These have been there for a while. I've been sneaking these. I put these there like 2 months ago. Love Die. I use USDC. Rano said, hello, beautiful people. This is my first one. Well, thank you so much for coming by. So this is your first time ever coming to one, and maybe there's a few other people. So what these are Cardano AMAs. I answer anyone's questions, whether it be Cardano NFTs, Cardano DeFi, Alonzo, Cardano staking. The goal of these is to spread education. And that's the same goal of the Discord too. Although there is some trading going on there now, the initial goal of the Discord server was to spread education about cryptocurrency in the Cardano community. And I felt by doing these AMAs every week on Monday, now Friday at 11 a.m., I felt that, I'd be answering your guys' questions, and then somebody would ask you that same question. And then, over time, we have this exponential growth of education on Cardano about, how the protocol actually works and, what's really going on here, past the pump and the hype of crypto. If you missed the drop, there's no way to prove that. You're going to screw me over. I was going to say, if you missed the drop, I'll give 5 people those random NFTs, but I'm not going to do it because random people are just going to message me with new addresses and say, I didn't buy the drop. I can't do it, man. I can send Snowman one though. The collection is sick. I do love the collection, man. I got me 2 frameless sets. That's awesome, man. All those cameras, yet I own no cameras other than my phone. Talking about the NSA, man. There are too many cameras in my life. If you message me, AZ, I'll give you one because you have to. Relock said, you made me rich, bro. How did I make you rich, man? How did I make you rich? What's going on, Cardano with Paul? How are you doing, man? Great to catch it live. Yeah, I changed the time. It may be a little easier for you to get a hold of these now. Matt says, that Discord has been one of the best things to come across. All great people. And if you have questions, you never get judged. No dumb questions. That is very true. And that actually reigns true for these AMAs. There are no dumb questions. There are no dumb questions. I was thinking for a second. I'm like, are there dumb questions? And I'm like, wait, no, there's not. But if you guys do want to support this AMA, I'd really appreciate it if you click that like button. Also, if you guys want to join the Discord community, the link is down below. We have a great community going on there. And also, if you guys want to pick up some mycelials, I see some of you saying that you missed them from the original drop. The only place that you can get them now is on the secondary market, cnft.io. But we don't have any affiliation with CNFT, and we also don't represent the prices. You know, those are third parties selling them after purchasing them for the first time. But if you guys do want to pick some up, they're on there. You know, we don't make anything off of them, but I'm definitely going to be doing some collecting myself, you know, before the burn comes. But I also wanted to show you guys this picture. So have you guys ever heard of the YouTuber Jack Ingram? Make sure you guys follow him. I'll send his link in chat. Give him a nice follow on Twitter. Give him a nice morning. You know, go check out his YouTube channel. Say Big Pay sent me. That'd be pretty cool. I love helping out other YouTubers, man. It's a hard life out here. So getting free comments is always amazing. But he said, got to find some pics of me in my McDonald's outfit for when Aida hits 32. And I actually saw this the other day on Snapchat. You get memories, and it's like, oh, 4 years ago today. And I got this one lately, and I put 4 years ago and 40 pounds. This was me 4 years ago working at Wendy's. I thought that was a funny photo. I wanted to show you guys today. But it's crazy what can change in 4 years, man. You know, I'm still definitely the same person, but it's just crazy the growth, you know, that you can have in 4 years, you know, in multiple different ways, you know. And I still have a long road to go. But man, it's pretty crazy seeing that photo. It's like, you know, what was going on back then? Any NFT games launching on Cardano anytime soon? I don't know about anytime soon, but I have seen like some say they're going to launch or some being worked on. I, you know, would like to work on a video game, and I probably 99%. I'm definitely going to release a video game of some sort, but I would like to go all out with it in the future. I am very passionate about video games. That's what I did a lot of the time when I was growing up, and that's actually what led me to cryptocurrency was video games. You know, I was already technologically inclined because of video games. I built computers to play video games. I built servers to play video games. And when I found crypto, I just immediately was enthralled with it. And what's very interesting now is we're seeing this mix of both cryptocurrency and gaming merging together. And, you know, I used to play video games with millions of users. You know, a good video game with a good drop would do like 8 million sales in a weekend and bring in 8 million users. So imagine if we merge, you know, the tokenomics of Cardano and the, you know, the randomization aspect with, you know, gamification and actually a fun product. You know, you can bring as many users to Cardano with a good video game as you could with an Ethiopia deal. You know, just think about that for a second. Cardano, you know what? A lot of new people came into the ecosystem because of that deal. 5 million users with the Tala Prism, decentralized identities on top of the blockchain. This announcement happened, I want to say it was 3 or 4 months ago. 5 million users. You could do the same exact thing with one video game. Yeah, okay, yeah. And I wanted to announce this because I changed the AMA date. But Bajukski, sorry if I pronounced that right, but you guys should check this out. Well, I've been meaning to share this with you guys. So he is actually making an NFT comic book, and you guys can actually buy them now. And I'll send it in chat. Anthony sent it earlier. I'm not sponsored by this at all. I've just been talking to him about it, and he wants to include, you know, us in the comic. And I'm excited for it. It's going to be pretty cool. Let me copy that link correctly so I can actually send it. So let me send that over. Yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. It's got a lot of Cardano characters. It's called The Attack on Vitalik. And man, I'm honestly willing to support anybody, you know, that's building and adding value to Cardano. And I'm just excited to see, like, you know, because it's good art, man. I mean, look at it. It's good art. And they're making a story out of it. This is going to be really cool. And these are going to be NFTs in your wallet. And you can purchase them now on the site today. What was going on back then? Man, I was pretty young. I was still in high school. I was taking college classes at the time. I was working, I want to say in that picture, I was working for $8.25 an hour at Wendy's. Man, those guys screwed me over so bad. They screwed me over. I was young and I figured it out very quickly. But, child labor laws, we weren't actually allowed to work past 11 p.m., I think it was, or they would get in trouble. So what they had us do was clock out at 11 and act like we were leaving, but then they would keep us there till like 1 or 2 in the morning cleaning. And come to find out, they didn't even pay me for that. So they're paying somebody $8.25 an hour. I can barely afford anything. And then they screw me out of 3 hours a night. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I just could never imagine being so I don't know what even the word for that is. I taught myself to build my own gaming desktops because I bought a game and realized my current PC couldn't handle it. Yeah, I moved after, the 360s started getting slow. I immediately jumped to PC. Yeah, Paul just made a video, Cornucopia. I watched that video with Paul. I like the way you set that up, Paul, if you're still here. You had the trailer on at the very beginning, and then after that, you went in with the interview. I thought that was very slick, man. Nice job. I like that interview. Larry said, "What's up, buddy? Are you going to Miami?" So I'm assuming that you're asking if I'm going to Miami for the Cardano Summit. It's happening all around the world. So on the 25th and 26th of next month, there is a Cardano Summit happening, and the head event is in Laramie, Wyoming. But it's supposed to be a hybrid event because, there are people at home. There's some cities where COVID's bad or some countries where COVID's bad. So you'll still be able to tune in, from your computer. I'm actually going to try to live stream that myself and try to do like an in-person watch party. I want to get like a little boom mic. I'm going to go there myself. And, my goal is to bring that experience to you guys. But what's also very cool is they're setting up these little hubs all around the world, for people in other countries to tune in. So he asked me if I'm going to Miami. It's because another one's happening in Miami. And it was the same person that actually set up the meetup that I went to a few months ago. Shout out to him, man. I think his name's Husan. Cool dude. It's nice chatting with him. I'd love to go down there again, but this time I'm going to be in Wyoming. Anthony said, "You may be able to play in a video game as Peyton." I mean, can we really ask for anything more in this world? "58 is so precious." Yeah, I do see where you're coming from. And he did release these comic books when Aida was $1, so that happens. If we would have released Mycelial, at $2 or right before Aida ran up, it wouldn't have happened. Because what happens, people start to conserve when the price goes up. They're like, so, NFT drops don't do too well when you get a large price increase. I got a $5 super chat from J-Dog. He says, "I don't like," and he's saying this, not me, "don't like the greed with Sunday Swap. They lie about working with IOHK. Only 55% of tokens to public, limited features, yet it's most talking about DEX." So I don't know about the 55% of tokens to public. I've heard other people say that before. I also don't know about the lie with working with IOHK. If you want to, man, you can go ahead and DM me all that shit on Discord or post it in the general chat on Discord to verify your claims, but again, that's not coming from me, but I'm willing to read anybody's grief with any protocol, and I'm willing to also see the facts behind that. And also keep in mind that, there's a lot of new people building as well, but, I've been looking into the token, I've been looking at white papers a lot. I've been really diving into, what is fair when it comes to token percentages, because I've been looking at some protocols that are not fair. And I made that statement on Meld having so many of the tokens, and I was like, is that a normal thing? Do most people hold that many of the tokens between themselves and friends? And it is a normal thing. It really is. It seems like I've seen multiple big protocols or protocols that are stating they're going to be big protocols that do hold more than 50% of the tokens. So Anthony said, "Come see us in Wyoming at the summit. We're bringing lots of gifts." We are. Come to Wyoming and find me, and I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. Yeah, and that's what I've been looking at white papers a lot because we are actually writing a white paper at Bloom because we're going to be releasing some very cool shit with Bloom soon. I actually just got off a call with a UI and UX designer, and I'm pretty hype about it. Pretty hype. For someone interested in blockchain and coding, but has never learned to code, which language would you advise to start with? So, if you're languages are just like blockchains, man. This is a great question. I get this one a lot, but languages are like blockchains. They're tools. Blockchains are tools. I use Cardano because it offers me security, a better price, because I'm a business. That's what I care about: security, price, user experience. It's same thing for a programming language. What are you trying to accomplish? What do you want to do? My first thought is if you want to get into Cardano, then learn Plutus. But other people watching this video that may be developers will think that's a terrible fucking idea because Plutus is hard as shit to learn because it's a formal language. And they might be thinking, well, because these languages are just tools, then and they all kind of have a similar way of thinking. They don't have the same syntax. You don't state the same things, but you do a lot of the same things, but different tools have different specializations that would prompt you to use that language. So, JavaScript, I would say, is probably the easiest language, not the easiest, but the best language to start with, in my opinion. But if you really, 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 really want to build on Cardano, Plutus. Learn Linux and Plutus. You need to learn Cardano Node, Cardano CLI, and you need to learn Linux. And then, after you do that, learn Plutus. But if you want to be a programmer, then you should learn JavaScript, in my opinion. Snake14S. This is a great question. Another great question. You guys are hitting me with some bangers today. If you could, I'd also appreciate if you click that like button. But he says, why does the Bloom pool rank keep going down? Great question. So what is a blockchain? I love that segue. So a blockchain is a chain of data that is constantly, it's a network, and we're all agreeing on the chain of data that's happened thus far. So wallets are just windows into this data. Your dataless wallet, your money's not actually in this wallet. Your money is in your address. And that blockchain just shows the data that your Aida is in that address. So how does this correlate with Stakepool ranking? Stakepool ranking on any of the websites are bullshit. They all use different parameters that they agree on. They all have different, ways of calculating what the highest ranked pool is. And dataless, the way they calculate it is who is going to pay you the most based on the last X amount of time. I don't know what the exact time is. But, the Aida pool's ranking doesn't matter. The dataless ranking doesn't matter, and nor does the Eroid or any of the ranking systems that we're going to see in the future. They're all just ranking systems that this person made up. So does that make a pool better than another pool? No, it does not. It does not. When you're picking a pool, there are a lot of things to look at. It's not just rewards. The rewards have to be consistent with other pools, but you should also look at who's behind the pool, what value they're adding, what value they've had in the past, what history they have, and not just what an arbitrary ranking system states, in my opinion. Where's the summit going to be in Wyoming? Laramie, Wyoming. It's Johan, right? Did I pronounce that right? Johan? I'm happy you're here too, man. No worries on being late. Also, if you guys are looking for a kick-ass staking pool that pays Bloom tokens on top of your ADA staking rewards, in exchange, or not in exchange for your ADA, we just pay it on top. Then delegate to Bloom. We have Bloom through Bloom 6. We actually minted the 8th block ever on the Cardano blockchain. We've been here from the beginning. We'll be here till your end and my end, because Cardano will live past us all. I miss one Monday and I'm sloppy. AAA game coming soon. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Almost 100 billion evaluation with 0 contracts. That's all I can say. I'm dropping the mic. This reminds me when no one believed in Steve Jobs when the iPhone launched. Scary to think. Oh, okay, you're saying something good. I thought you were saying there's no smart contracts yet, 100 billion. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that the value there is a bit of speculation on Goguen and smart contracts and what's to come, but people are really sleeping on the value of Ouroboros Preos, of the staking protocol that we have, and how easy it is to use, and how secure it is, and how easy it is to run a node, and how the delegation features work, and how to actually secure the node, the funds remain in your wallet, right? With ETH 2.0, you have to give the funds to somebody that technically knows how to stake. Whereas with Cardano, you don't have to give me your ADA. You pick my pool. I tell you technically that I know what to do. If I don't, you don't see your rewards and you leave. It's that simple. ETH, if you don't technically know what to do and you give your ETH to somebody that doesn't and they get hacked, goodbye to your money. That's the difference between Cardano and ETH 2.0. And when you start looking at some of these other proof of stake protocols, whether it be Solana, Algorand, Polkadot, there are good things in these protocols that, maybe they're doing something better right now than Cardano is doing, whether it be smart contracts. But one thing that they all do not get right is, to me, the most important thing, Ouroboros Preos. It is the proof of stake mechanism. They all have their little errors. Go look at Binance Smart Chain and see how many people validate. I think last time I checked, it was like 12 to 20. Go see how many people, there was something weird with Algorand as well, but it's the value of Ouroboros Preos is why the market cap's so high, and the speculation on Alonzo, in my opinion. And I think people really sleep on that value. Hey, much love to you too, Snowman. Any good resources for risk modeling around liquidity pools or yield farming? Seems like I'm missing this for most discussions. That's a great question, Michael. And this is something that I'm going to look into. And in all the videos that I make about providing liquidity, I'm going to have this risk in those videos. Once all of the ADA is in circulation, what's the incentive to keep staking? I guess there won't be any rewards. Another great question, Antonio. God damn, you guys are killing it today. Killing it. So, this was thought of. So, right now, there's 31 billion ADA in existence. The cap is 45 billion ADA off the top of my head. And right now, we're seeing an inflation of about 5%. It's anywhere from 4.8 to 5.5%. It's based on luck, and it's going to average out over time. But at the same time, it actually decreases very faintly over time. And, last time I checked, it's been 6 months, so this data may be a little different. But the price that you earn, the percentage that you earn, is actually going to fall in half every 6 years, right? So let's say you're earning 5% today, 6 years, maybe 5 years from now, you'll be earning half that amount. It's important, though, to keep in mind that that is if all parameters on Cardano stay the same. There are, off the top of my head, 20 plus parameters that have to deal with rewards on Cardano. And, in the future, we may want to vote and change these. So this data that I'm giving you may not be the same 3 years from now because of a protocol level change, right? But as things currently work, the rewards cut in half every 6 years. And then, eventually they're going to get down to some abysmal number that doesn't matter. Let's say it's 0.01%. Well, where do the transaction fees go on Cardano? back to you and your staking rewards, instead of Ethereum, where you have this, this miner extractable value, where you essentially have the miners extorting people. Whoever wants to go first or get this done the fastest, or you have to get your money out, then give me $1,800. Oh, the market's crashed 30 or 40%, and you have to add more liquidity or you're going to lose your collateral. That'll be $1,700. That's a real thing on Ethereum. Whereas Cardano, the rewards go to everyone. When you pay that 0.2 fee, it's paid back to everyone staking and decentralizing the system. Because, and that's in Cardano's ethos in the beginning as well. Why should it only be the miners that are getting paid? Because stakers are decentralizing the system. By even having the Aida in a separate address, the more addresses that are real people that hold Aida, the more decentralized this network is, because they're all individually choosing, different stake pool operators. And, to me, that is a very, very important piece of Ouroboros Preos. The fact that you have all of these different addresses all choosing a different operator instead of one person having it. But great question. Did I finish it? Oh, okay. So then they're all going to be being paid back, to all of the delegates. Stake pool operators then take their fee. So with Bloom, it's 4%. So we'll take 4%. And you'll still be getting paid for all those transaction fees over time. So as the usage of the network goes up, as more people pay that TX fee, you get more rewards. So the question then becomes, it's like, will the TXs increase enough to stop the rewards from falling? Tony says, learn JavaScript if you're an entry-level dev. See, I gave good advice. Not Haskell. I just could not imagine someone trying to learn Haskell for their first language. Bajewski, we already talked about your comic book, man. Rewind. I appreciate you guys all being here. There's 163 people here and 103 likes. What we're doing right now is the Cardano AMA. We actually moved this to Friday at 11 a.m. in the mornings. So if you guys have any Cardano questions about anything in the space, just feel free to show up to these AMAs at 11, and I'll answer your guys' questions. We do these every week. What is taking place in Wyoming? I've already answered this earlier, but the Cardano Summit is happening in Wyoming, in Laramie in Wyoming, from the 25th to the 26th. August, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He said, first video that I see that put me on to Aida was yours. Happy to hear that, man. Sons of Crypto says, Epoch 1 Bloom Staker here. Thanks for your work. We actually are working on something special for Epoch 1 Bloom Stakers. So when they spam 5 in a row like that, Anthony, put them on a little timeout. I have a question. Is Monaro in Aida? No. Do you mean Monaro, like the currency? Doesn't ETH 2.0 solve the gas wars? It has not yet. If you looked at the recent update, the gas fees have not gotten any better. They just burn it. They just burn the fees. Not Java, JavaScript. Java and JavaScript are two completely different languages. JavaScript is mostly used for front end on web pages, whereas Java is more of a back end language. I really do recommend JavaScript. Java is not very nice, in my opinion. Good morning, Shroomba. I appreciate you coming by today, man. Yield farming has been my addiction for a long while. It's risky, but it's a different strategy to gain. It's definitely fun, that's for sure. I love the Friday AMA vibes. Me too, man. Me too. We needed some change. We needed some change, that's for sure. Hey, Pay, cheers from Argentina. Cheers, Lean. I appreciate you coming by today. 11 EST, he's correct. When are you going to put a gold frame Cardano on your wall? How can I put a gold frame Cardano on my wall when I can't even pull one from the mycelial drop? I am not worthy. I love you, bro. I recommend your pool a lot in Italy. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Grimo, hi from Argentina. Aida will be the future. I bought it in $1.14 and I'm holding forever. Hell yeah, man. Happy to have you here. Can you explain what happened when the 45mm gets issued? Do you mean the 45 billion? Are you saying like explain what happens then? Because it's a decay over time, I don't know if we will ever actually run out. It might just be so abysmal that it feels that we are running out. As far as the rewards reserves increasing. 2.0 is out right now. Pay, is it working? No, 2.0 is not out yet. That was actually a different hard fork. And it was in preparation to the real 2.0. Yep, just EIP 1559. Yep. Appreciate that, Holy Macaroni. I also just made you a moderator, Holy Macaroni. Thank you for always coming around, man. I really appreciate it. Just get rid of the baddies around here. Tony says, JavaScript is also good for backend with Node.js. That is true. And that's also why I think it's a good language to learn. You have a bit of the backend and the front end. And there's just so many good material out there for learning JavaScript. JavaScript is such a widely used language that there's a lot of great material. Someone needs to create a decentralized OnlyFans platform. I agree, man. Did you guys hear that just came out? They announced that OnlyFans is going to stop allowing sexually explicit content. And I'm like, well, that was the whole point, so. But honestly, it may be better for this generation that's coming, OnlyFans not allowing sexually explicit content. It may be better for the world. Naomi says, what's good, gang? Besides going this weekend, surpassing an all-time high. Everything's going great, but yeah, that is pretty crazy. Let's do a little, let's check what's been popping. God damn. I'm just trying to build at this point. Seeing this price go up and double, it has no meaningful impact on my life at this point. And it honestly stresses me out because it's like, I don't know how much, because, I've figured out what I want to do. I want to build a business that adds value to Cardano, at the protocol level that actually builds and develops for Cardano. And it's hard to determine how much you can spend on your shovel when the price consistently goes, it's like, fuck, man. I bought it at $1.20 and purchased 525, and I am holding. Hell yeah, Drone. I appreciate you coming by here, man. Sons of Crypto said, am staked around 40K in Epoch, but I was involved in a motorcycle accident, and this event forced me to withdraw all of them for cover the medical bills. And I only have an 100 Aida in Daedalus, and I'm so sick about that. Man, I'm really sorry to hear that. And I hope that, even though you had to withdraw all of your Aida, I hope, health-wise, you're doing well, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. And that's it's fucked, man, believing in something so much and like saving up so much value in a network and holding it. And then one thing happens in your life that, has to allow you to remove, at least for me, what would have been years, to get to that point. Sorry to hear that, man. Are you into video games? I am. I talked about video games earlier in this, though, Antonio. Bloom 4 gang. Hell yeah. I'm in Bloom 4. Are Bloom tokens already being handed out? I have not seen any. But then again, maybe I don't know where to look. So yeah, Bloom tokens are given out on the AMAs every week. Just join the Discord server down below. We're doing them in giveaways. But I'm trying to be careful because I just get so excited about this shit and I release too much information. But they are, I can't say that. I can't say that either. They're currently being given out right now, but we have plans to give them out in the near future. How about that? Near future. People can buy more Aida instead of paying people on OnlyFans. I could never imagine paying for somebody's OnlyFans when it's like, let's be honest here. How much of this shit is free on the internet and you're going to pay somebody for it? Love the shirt, Pay. Hey, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, whew, God, man, that's a nice shirt. Better for the Cardano network. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Any thoughts about the Cardano blockchain size increase after the Alonzo hard fork? Can it rapidly growing to a size that may impact some nodes? I think it will, Romeo. It's a great question. What he's asking is, this block size increase from all of the smart contracts, because as we mentioned earlier, blocks are just data. The data is just transactions. And within those transactions is smart contracts. So as we're getting all of these new, more complicated smart contracts, will the block size be too large for some of the current stake pools or nodes? I think yes at first, but then we'll probably get some optimization that makes it more efficient. There are those who want the price to go up. I am not one of those. Please stay down at 30 cents where I can pay taxes at 30 cents. Please. I'm thinking of making an NFT platform. Imagine Instagram, but every photo is an NFT. Do that with Twitter, too. Just do it all in one. Just make Twitter. But every tweet and every image is an NFT. Be a little expensive, though. You should stream gaming. I'll watch. I'm not a very good video game streamer, man. I tried it once, and while I'm streaming, I just want to play the game, It just, I don't know, something just felt off about it, I'll definitely try it again, though, especially as we start seeing NFTs and Cardano and shit merging with gaming. I'll definitely be doing some live streaming. I would sell my toes before I sell my Aida. Damn. Hey, Pay, would you mind recommending any CNFT vending machine providers? There's only really one place that the third-party market's happening besides our Discord server, but it's cnft.io. That's where you can buy them. OnlyFans planning on banning porn. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. I shouldn't be hateful. I was going to say something hateful, but we'll spread positivity in this AMA. And I said, I want the price to go up. I'm a moon girl. You've always been a moon girl for a year. Win Shelley, and then win Goguen, and now win Burn. Hey, I think it's time to start discussing lowering TX fees. Any ideas on how to go about proposing that to the community? Yes. So it is a CIP process. It's the Cardano Improvement Proposal. And there is a formal way of going about submitting that. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know how. I really don't. But, maybe it is time to start discussing lowering TX fees, especially the native token one. When Aida came out, or not when Aida came out, but when native tokens came out, Aida was about 30 cents. I want to say 30 to 40 cents. And, it was 1.5 Aida to send an NFT to somebody else, and the reason they did that is so people didn't spam the network with a bunch of NFTs, because if you have 1.5 Aida that has to be attached to an NFT, then somebody, at least per address that they have to send to, has to spend, and that does seem a bit expensive now, as Aida's $250, for the average person. So I think it is time. But am I the person to ask? No, I would ask probably some scientists, some discussion, because there's a balance there of, are NFTs getting too cheap, Sir Spudslot said, I would love to delegate to Bloom, but I'm a philanthropist. Do you have any plan to donate to any charities? Yes, we do. So recently with Mycelial Gallery, we actually just made a $110,000 donation in Aida to the MAPS charity, but that didn't come from Bloom. That came from Mycelial Gallery. But yes, we are thinking about something, and we have been talking about that for sure. And you say you're a philanthropist, and I didn't really grow up with anything, so I have never really met many philanthropists in my life, people that constantly give to charities or help people out. I was never around that. And, I agree with you now. I really do see the value there, especially, when you have everything that you need. And for me, everything that I need is, a nice enough computer to do my work, good enough food so I can stay healthy, and in a location where I'm not in any danger, so that's what I need. Past that, what actually is going to make you happy when you spend your money? What will actually make you fulfilled and happy when you spend your money? Philanthropy. That's it. Actually making real change in the world, is what I'm realizing. But that's a lesson that you have to learn either from people around you or yourself, and I didn't know that really. Have you considered streaming live? Have you considered live streaming you playing a game with people drawn from your social media accounts? Yeah, I have thought of that. Brad Schultz, what's up, man? It's been a while. Glad I caught this one. I'm glad you stopped by today too, man. What's up, Bright Knight? Do we need a critic for our paper? Maybe we do, Snowman. Hi, Big Pay. What's exciting? What's the most exciting project you're waiting to be released along the Cardano smart contracts? The biggest, I don't know, like world-shattering project I can think of is the NFT marketplace from Wolfram. That they're working with Wolfram and IOG on an NFT marketplace. That seems pretty crazy to me. I like that, Aunt Lynette. She says, I own ThriftyNitties.crypto on Unstoppable, waiting for a Cardano ETH bridge and a business partner. That's funny. Man, I can't believe I was watching your channel when Cardano was 4 cents. I remember being excited from you when Aida was 20. I know, man. I know. It's just crazy, man. I mean, I don't mean to say this, but I was at OSU at the time, and I'm pretty sure you were there as well, and it's just crazy. In such a short amount of time, everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do you think Aida is capable of a $1 trillion market cap? Yes, I do. And saying that, let's talk about timeline, because that can be misleading and that can cause people to spend more than they should. The government, the U.S. government, prints a shit ton of money, an inordinate amount of money. And I believe that what they're doing is essentially putting, a Band-Aid on a wound. And every time they print more money, they're patching it up, and they're patching it up. And as they do this, they have to keep printing more and more money to have the same reward relative to last time. It's like a drug addict. You're doing drugs, eventually it's going to stop working the same amount. And that's what the US government's doing with money. So the idea of Aida being a $1 trillion market cap, Bitcoin's already been that, and the US government is going to keep printing. So as far as, do I think it's capable? Yes. Very, very for sure. But soon? No. If we reached $1 trillion market cap soon, it would be highly speculative. Think Ergo still out? You're tricking me with these price questions, damn it. I like Ergo. If Cardano does well, Ergo will probably do well. No financial advice. Pay, I've owned all kinds of things. It is friends and great experience that make us rich. For sure. What's the artworks and the frames behind you? These are actually the mycelial pioneers from our NFT drop. We're actually going to be selling these prints very soon. These are ones I actually made myself. I went to a print shop and had them done, but we're going to be making official mycelial prints. If you guys want to check out, if you don't know what Mycelial Gallery is, check it out. It's an NFT drop that I did. I'll send you the link right here. And you can also join our Discord server to chat with the community. But yeah, I love Mycelial Gallery. Very excited for what's to come. The burn is coming soon. Very excited about that. A man says, long hair, cool. Facial hair, cool. Both looking like a crack boy. Such is life. Such is life as a crack boy. What do you think about the ecosystem? About Cardano? And what in particular? Brian says, hi, Big Pay. To follow up, NFTs will need to mature, and I'm concerned on the risk associated with that with Wolfram. Would you have any other suggestion in a more mature function? Can you explain what you mean a little further? What is the risk that you're worried about associated with Wolfram? Got to go to work. Great AMA as always. Have a good one, everyone. You have a good day at work. I appreciate you coming by. AM, Eastern Standard Time. So more people may be able to tune in. I think this time is a little better for people around the world. Maybe. Are your NFTs sold out? They are sold out. They sold out much quicker than I had anticipated. Where do I live? I live in Florida. Sick. What'd you study in college? I studied computer science and engineering, but I dropped out like a degenerate to do this. It's because everything went online. I love school. I was doing good at it, and I would have stayed, but everything moved online, and that wasn't for me. If I'm going to, do my own education online and teach myself things, it's going to be about what I'm passionate about, and at the time, that was cryptocurrency, and it still is. It still is. Is there a site that people are trading and selling your NFTs? So my Discord server down below is where we're trading them. Some people are trading them. Be careful though, unless you use an escrow service. But also cnft.io is where you can do that as well. Do you think that with the Japan release of Aida is having an effect on the price right now? I don't know, man. I think it's Gogan. I don't know shit, though. Can you stake NEM? I don't know what NEM is. You ever play Skyrim these days? I used to. All the time. Not these days, though. I'm too busy these days to play games like that. I'm not saying I'm too good for them. I kind of wish I would. Just sit down and play a game for 8 hours sometimes. How do you keep your locks flowing so lush or how do you keep your flowing locks so lush and flowing? Paul Mitchell's tea tree shampoo and conditioner, and then also the dry hair shampoo shit, the conditioner, dry hair conditioner. It's good stuff, man. I love it. It's minty. It's minty. Get a few more questions before we get off here for the day. We've been going for 56 minutes. I appreciate you guys all coming by. It's been a fun AMA. I like the Friday vibe. I had fun. They accept anybody, Mark. You just got to sign up. I think you just got to sign up. Look up Plutus Pioneer on YouTube, and you'll see all the lessons. Charles is going live. All right, we'll close it out here. That's that. Love you guys. I appreciate you all coming to this AMA. If you enjoyed it, please click that like button. If you're not watching it live, type in Plutus devs working on a Cardano stablecoin down below. I'd really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Josh Jones says, thoughts on Ergo? I like Ergo. I've got a lot of Ergo myself. I've been picking up Ergo since 30 cents. I do believe that we're heading into a time where it is going to be a network of networks, a network of blockchains. And I think that proof of stake is going to have its own utility. And I think that there is going to be utility for proof of work chains. And I think that Ergo is the spiritual successor to Bitcoin. And that when Cardano needs to use the utility that proof of work provides, they will use Ergo. And that's why I like Ergo. But love you guys. Aloha. Catch you later. It's a great week. It's a great weekend. Shimmy.